Hello everybody, welcome back to Ghost Streak. We're having a bit of a funny recording session because I made the absolute rookie mistake of not only waiting too long to start, but also eating a banana before recording, so with a mouthful of mucus and a heart full of determination, let's proceed. Chapter 14, 1:28 AM. Oh, Jesus Christ. Temsic Park, the site of the little lady Camilla's abduction tonight, and the place where an important piece of evidence, the music box, was hidden. Okay, I love these recaps, because every time I start up a new session, I forget where I left off. What? The chef? I wonder why our lady detective is looking so dejected. At least she isn't dead, but what does she find? A leaf, clearly. Yeah, we could scroll in this direction before, and we still can't? Guess we needed a call. Oh. Huh? What's he doing here? My thoughts exactly. Let me spend a moment's time with you, my love. I'm not reading out the skies. I think maybe you should work on getting that food delivery done. A little late. It's already ice cold. Well, it is 1 AM. Oh, I guess he has to lean his head back in a certain way. Okay, how about that? Let's fuck with him a bit. Bitch. Having fun? No? Too bad. Booch. I wanna rustle this love letter. I've always liked the idea of, attaching letters to balloons. It's kind of romantic in a way. I don't know what this is supposed to do, or why I'm going this way. Alright, that was a lot of faffing about with for nothing. Alright. Alright, okay. I swear I'm not gonna fuck around anymore. Let's go. Alright. I feel like Lynn should be keeping an eye out for these things now. Hey. How's it going? Oh, a corpse! Let's talk to you first. Oh, there you are, Sissel. From your dejected expression, I gather you didn't find what you were looking for? Right, I can't find the music box anywhere. But I found something else instead. Something horrible. Horrible? What is it? That corpse? Oh no! There, in the grass. You better see for yourself. Yeah, I saw that. Looks like a dead body. I nearly died when I saw it. I suppose now that we've found it, we can't just leave it there, can we? Nope, I suppose not. Anything else to say on the subject, Lynn? Any other insights? It's so like you. Come looking for a music box and find a dead body instead. What can I say? I'm a detective. Meaning... Well, a detective goes everything with a fine-tooth comb, right? So there you go. Fine-tooth comb or none, you're bound to run across it. I mean, it is pretty obvious. Anyway, go on, Sissel. Get to it. Am I your bloodhound? Yes. Let's, yeah, alright. Save your life. I love this character! Oh my god, I actually stole a lot of my mannerisms from this character when I was a kid, because I was like... This game came out, what, 2010? Yeah, I was 10. So I stole a lot of my mannerisms from Carbonella and this character, and now I'm gay. Stop the park from being turned into a housing site! Protect the park, the rock of the gods! You there! You're talking to me, aren't you? I have some leaflets for you! Leaflets I know you'll be very interested in. I urge you to peruse it thoroughly. Examine it in detail. Don't mind that right now. Do you remember your name? My name... What does my name matter when there are more important things to worry about? Okay. Come now and study these tracks with me, my brother. Come and learn about the Rock of the Gods with me. The night is no longer young. As a matter of fact, daybreak is approaching, but we are young. Look, I don't have time to get involved in your way of life. Homophobic Sissel moments, but I am interested in your way of death. So let's go back to 4 minutes before your death. Let's go. These two. Yeah. And so I made up my mind. I resolved to live here in this park and defend it. Okay, and what does that have to do with this Rock of the Gods you mentioned? You still don't appear to understand. To this day, I hand people things like that all the time. It's written quite clearly in the fourth leaflet, in great detail. Excuse me, but I have to use the restroom. That's fair. Man, you're really committed to the cause. Eek! Camilla! I'm coming! Just hold on! I'll be right there! Wow, that was smooth. I've located the target, Beauty. A girl of the right age coming out of the right apartment at the right apartment building at the right time. I love you, sir. Yes, my dear, I'll ever so gently nab her and come right back to your side. Milady? Good evening, young lady. Won't you come with me? Eek! That's a fair reaction. Oh gods, what do I do? What should I do? I have to do something. Oh wow, quite the shove. Oh. Oh. Well then. What in the world? What just happened? Oh, that's Mino. Mino? Mino the mascot, the symbol of Temsek Park. Forget about the name of that big creepy lump of concrete. I'm talking about the way it changed direction. Did you see that? Yes, I did. We witnessed it with our own eyes. The power of the Rock of the Gods. That was the power of the gods. The power of the gods saved that little girl. And that same power very deliberately crushed you instead. Yes, precisely. That is called the mischief of the gods. Was it mischief of the gods, or was it a ghost trick? Nah, it couldn't have been a ghost trick. No ghost trick could change the direction of something that heavy in midair. Also, the highlighting of the text there is a little weird. But wait a minute. What if there was somebody with much greater powers than me? I mean, we already know about the existence of a manipulator, so that wasn't in question. Right, Oh! Look at that! There's another flame besides mine! Ooh, so that is the flame of a god, is it? But hold on. Your spirit is a flame too, isn't it? Yeah, so? Pardon me, but are you a god? I sincerely doubt it. Then die! Okay, at the last minute that big lump of concrete made a huge swing to one side. That was probably the flames doing. Who could it be? I definitely believe it's either a god or somebody god-related. I better try talking to this person. Yes, I think you'd better. Actually, the funny thing is, if I went this way, this corpse would disappear and I'd no longer have any chance of talking to the flame. I could definitely do that, as this would be very angry with me, but I'm not going to do that because this part is too exciting and I don't want to ruin the pacing. What the? This person with much greater powers than me. It's... you? Hey! Sissel! Oh my, it's... Missile! You look well for being dead. Did you see? Did you see what I did? I did it. I tried really hard and I did it. I saved Miss Camilla. Are you telling me I was done in by a puppy dog? Missile, what's going on? How'd you get the powers of the dead? I'm glad you asked. Baby. After Miss Camilla went out, you left. Oh! Look at you! You're just a fucking puppy. I worked like crazy to make my own path, and I did it! Oh, I'm smiling. I'm grinning ear to ear right now. You're so talented! Oh, your puppy didn't even lock the door. And then I followed Miss Camilla out into the big wide world. I'm gonna cry. My baby! Miss Park, I found her at last! Yes, you guessed it. I barked. You bet I did. And I went running after her too. And then I guess I died. Oh, boy. And then I was unconscious for a little while. When I came to, it was all over. Poor Miss Camilla. Crushed onto that big scary lump. I appreciate they didn't draw in Camilla's corpse under that like they did the other guys, because that would have perhaps been in poor taste. Oh, what have I done? I'm so sorry, little lady. Please forgive me. Miss Camilla! I had to rescue Miss Camilla. It was up to me. I cried out from the depths of my heart. And then... Oh. I can't tell you how surprised I was, but I bet you understand, right? Better than probably anybody else could. I remembered what you did for me, how you saved me. So, you went back, right? Back to 4 minutes before the little lady's death? You bet I did! Oh, and it's all green! So fucking cool. Yes, my dear, I'll ever so gently nab her and come right back to your side. Oh, noise. Yeah. Now's my chance, I thought. I saw the core. I don't know, it looks pretty far. I stretched out my paw towards the core. Oh, how I felt at that moment. I'd love for you to be able to feel it too. Go ahead, Sissel. Go ahead and try it for yourself. Yo! I can't believe it. How could you connect over such a great distance? Well, they don't call me Missile for nothing. So then you manipulate that minor thing and threw it aside? Right on top of my head? Well, no, actually. Huh? I can't manipulate things like you can, Sissel. You can't? Then how did you? I don't know what to do. Then I happened to see something at the corner of my eye. And it had a core too. A single leaf hanging from the tree. I tried reaching out to the leaf. What in the world? I can't manipulate things, but apparently I can swap them. As long as the two things have the same shape, that is. Swap things to the same shape? Go ahead and try it. Touch the swap button. That's incredible. So that's how you saved your mistress, is it? And that's how I became caught up in this, is it? I'm very sorry! My powers were too meager! Meager? Because you see, I saw one more. I happened to notice one more core. There was something with the exact same shape stuck in the branches of a tree. Hey, you're right. If Minor could be swapped again with that, then disaster wouldn't have to rain down on my head! Indeed. But what is that thing? It's too big to be a leaf. It's a football! I chiseled it! Whatever it is, I'd much prefer it on my head than Minor. So why didn't you swap them, Missile? I couldn't. I can stretch out my paw a little further than you can, Sissel. But this was just too far for me. I couldn't reach. Oh dear. I must admit it's a fascinating spectacle of a death, if I'd say so myself. I kept retrying over and over, seeing if there's anything I could do. I bet there's something you can do now. Huh? If we work together, you and me. Sissel, you think so? I don't plan on letting anybody die in front of me tonight. Do you think you could help me? Of course! Naturally! So we're going to drop that minor thing in a different spot. Okay, let's try it. Let's go back again to 4 minutes before. Yeah! I love that missile screen is a different color. That's such a neat little layer. Alright, let's get started. 4 minutes from now, you'll swap Mino with that leaf. Then you have to swap Mino with something else. Something with the same shape. Oh, I believe that's a rugby ball. Okay, rugby ball, huh? But with the rugby ball where it is, Missile can't reach it. So that means I have to move it closer somehow. Looks like you and I will have to work together on that one, Missile. Okay, I'm ready. Whenever you want to use my swap trick, just touch the missile icon. He's a baby! That way you'll be able to control me. And then if you touch the Sissel icon, control will come back to me. By the way, you can switch between us with select too, which I haven't done a button input for, or I have, but I forgot what it is. Select, huh? I'll remember that. Okay, let's try it. Together we can stop Minor from hurting anybody. Alrighty. Let's... Alright, Missile. Your powers are the key this time. Okay, I'm ready. I can swap anything that has the same shape. Just call me if you find anything you want to try. Probably the best thing to do is just try a bunch of things and see how it goes. If I see something we can swap, I should use the icon. Alright, I want to talk. I'm sorry about all this trouble, Sissel. If only my paw could reach a little further. I could have swapped that big lump one more time. Swapped it with that rugby ball in the tree nearby. That's alright. That's what we're going to do now, together. I'm going to give it my best. First thing to do is find a path to that rugby ball. Easy peasy. Let's get on out of here. Okay. Jesus. Okay. I do remember with some clarity how this goes. I hope. Oh god. Hey, man. Phew, here you come already. I swore to myself not to repeat my mistakes. Mistakes? When somebody's in trouble, you should lend them a hand. Otherwise, you'll definitely regret it. And now the recklessness of youth has taken over, giving me lightning fast speed. I've been thinking, if we could stop this man from running, maybe he wouldn't get squished? It would be easy to stop me once the recklessness of youth has taken over. Stop him, eh? Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Christ on a bike. Okay, let's... Alrighty. Yes. Okay, we can do this. Alright, so here's one thing we can do. Go. Wow, didn't see this coming. Don't you know the first thing about the globe climber? Huh? Even the little children treat it with the respect it deserves. They know that unless you spin it gently, there's no stopping it. Yeah, it does look pretty dangerous. Looks like I'm just destined to fly through the air like this for a while. It just might buy us some time. Maybe I'll just keep spinning around like that for the whole 4 minutes. I'm sorry, but I don't think I would stand it for that long. But anyway, at least we stopped him running for a while. Let's do what we can while we have this chance. Oh, Jesus. Okay, alright, let's see what I remember about this one. Yes. Go up. The magic of love. So, yes, okay. Hiya! Oh, so close, you almost knocked it down. Yeah, I remember a lot of this script. Is that all this umbrella can be used for? For knocking the rugby ball down? Don't forget about my powers! And don't forget about my recklessness of youth! Okay, Alright, so here's one thing we can do. Oh no, he's slowing down again. Wait. Yes, we need to speed it up again. Because we have some swapping to do. Now, Missile, I believe it is your job. No, not just yet. We want you to swap. Yes. Okay, this is easy. Alright, I didn't even need to speed him up. Jesus Christ. Unless I'm making some kind of horrible mistake right now. Yeah, he spins around, and the basketball, yeah, okay, we're good. I'm a genius. Nothing can stop me now. There he goes. Yeah! That jumping animation is so smooth. Alright. Wow, I so did not see that coming. Never thought the umbrella would catch the ball. Yeah, it has to be the basketball because the others don't have the right weight to make that kind of arc. Did you see that? The tree branch. It shook a little. I think I saw it shake too. If it only shook a little more, it would knock that terrible rugby ball down from this terrible tree. Maybe it just needs a little more weight. I'm sure we can do this. We just have to put our heads together. Bonk. Everything looks good so far. Just need one more step. Yeah, and it's an easy one too. Missile. Use your powers. Yeah! There, we moved the ball. What do you think, Missile? With the ball there, I think I can do it. Just a few seconds, you'll swap Mino with the leaf. And from there you can swap Mino one more time. Final moment is near, Missile. Are you ready? You bet! You're a fucking baby. I want to move from here. Ball. And Sissel, where the hell are you? This doesn't matter at all, but I just want to move to where I can see the action. Oh, I can't even go there now. Never mind then. We're just destined to be stuck in this ball. Yeah! Thanks, Missile. Leaving a bit late. Okay, watch me, Sissel. Here I go. Finishing touches. You can do it, Missile. Swap Mino with that ball. Oh, I guess we gotta do it. Haha! I like that he falls in the same position. There! How's that? My head has been spared. Surely that was a try worthy of the gods. And now Mino is right where he belongs. We did it again, didn't we? Didn't we? Oh, you're a baby. I love you. Now nobody has to die. Except for one brave little somebody. Huh? I'm talking about you, Missile. Oh, me? I guess you're right. I'm still dead, aren't I? So now let's go back and save your life. Wait a minute. What is it? Now that I think about it, I think I want to stay dead a little longer. What? When I was alive, I couldn't even help Miss Camilla when she was in trouble. I want to be able to protect Miss Camilla. And to do that, I need these powers I have now. I see. Perfectly understandable. Even I wish I had powers like that. Hey, we just saved you. Don't wish your life away already. Oh, of course, you're right. Okay, Missile, have it your way. By the way, Mr. Reckless Youth, there's a certain detective who needs that music box you found. If you get back to the present time, could you give it to her? Certainly, you have my word. Let's go back then, to the present. Yeah. We did a good thing. We made a rugby joke that I didn't understand years ago because I didn't know anything about rugby. So Camilla ended up in the hands of the kidnappers, who were unable to change that part, and then listened to my story without saying anything. I'm sorry, I wish there was something else I could have done. No, you did the best you could. I'm sure she's alright. After all, she has me! Baby! Her head did the little Ghibli surprise thing. Missile, are you in there? Miss Lynn, leave Miss Camilla to me. I know I don't look like much right now, but I'm sure I can help her. Missile. Must be weird talking to your own dog. Oh no! No! Miss Lynn! Missile! No! I wonder what happens if a core gets destroyed while you're in it, like if the leaf got torn apart. I'm going to leave it up to Missile. Kind of looks like Missile's being left up to the wind. Ah, you recovered from your football knockout. Ooh! Look at him go. I have something to give you. Stop the park from being turned into a housing site. Protect the park, the Rock of the Gods. Aren't you forgetting your promise? Oh, pardon me, pardon me. Yeah! My apologies. This is for you. Oh. Where did that... You kept the music box safe, didn't you? Thank you. Oh, you're so cute. Not at all. I was only doing what the Rock of the Gods would have wanted. What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? He's mesmerized by my beauty. Hey! The cat's not allowed to get your tongue! Bro, we are just sitting here. Excuse me, but are you... No, it couldn't be. Have we met before? Aren't you that little girl from that time? I'll never forget it. It was 10 years ago in this park. 10 years ago? Are you talking about... Oh, we haven't heard this track yet. It's a really good one. Lynn first. Have you met the strange young man before, Lynn? I don't remember, but he said 10 years ago in this park. Could only be one thing I can think of. Looks like I better talk to Mr. Leaflet there. I would like to know his name, but we're never gonna get it, so that's okay. Here in this park, the gods surely control fate. Today, 10 years from that day, we meet once again. If that isn't the power of the gods, then what else is it? Could just be coincidence. But apparently you know our lady detective here. Can you tell us about it? About what happened 10 years ago? In that lovely voice of yours? Yes, of course. I was actually about to do just that. No need to prompt me. What's this Rock of the Gods you keep mentioning? Don't you know? It's right there in front of us. Mino. No, it's not Mino. It's, well, you know. Oh, Missile. It's too sad, Missile. I know he's fine, but... Wait a minute. You say G-O-D-S, but do you mean D-O-G-S? Of course not. Don't be silly. This is no time for ridiculous word games. You're standing just above the Rock of the Gods now. Take a good look at that monument. Monument? I can't read. Rock of the Gods, Temsek Park. The Rock of the Gods. Yeah, baby. The rock is buried in the ground right there. It's been there these 10 years. Ever since that day it flew down from the heavens and showed us a miracle. A miracle? So this rock you've been talking about is a meteorite? Precisely! Just like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I'm not doing that. It dropped from the sky on that day 10 years ago. Yes, of course. Surely you know all about it. Me? Well, you know. That day I just happened to be passing through this park. I had no idea that day would change my destiny. The sun was going down and through the gloom, I heard the scream of a little girl. Eek! Now just calm down and drop that weapon. Stay back. If you come any closer, I'll shoot her. We're gonna be hearing that a fair bit. I peeked out fearfully from the bushes and saw some shadowy figures. Wait, no, shit, that's... I did see the face of the criminal clearly. I knew I should do something to help, but I couldn't move. The tension was so thick it was painful. Just when I couldn't stand it any longer, that's when it happened. The sky suddenly burned bluish white. Oh boy. When it crashed into the ground, the meteorite gave off a shower of beautiful fragments. And then I saw it. One of those beautiful fragments pierced into the criminal's back. The judgment of the gods was brought down on the park that day. Sure, you could call it that. 10 years ago, the little girl that was you was saved by the Rock of the Gods. Oh my, I can't believe it. The Rock of the Gods was given the name Temsek, which is also backwards for Kismet, which I've been told is a word meaning fate or destiny in a language I cannot remember. Google it if you want. But it's interesting. And still today, it lies sleeping deep in the park's earth. I guess so. So tell me about Temsek. I never knew about this Temsek. I always thought Detective Jowd was the one who saved me. You were very young then, and you passed out from the shock of being taken hostage. Of course you wouldn't remember. But that's funny. A huge incident like that should have caused quite a stir. Strange you never heard of it, Lynn. It is, isn't it? But now that I think about it, I remember I didn't want to think about what happened. I avoided the news and I never came back to this park again. That's why I didn't know anything about it. The meteorite was named Temsik after the name of the park that it fell in. And the Rock of the Gods was forgotten. Now an awful thing is happening. They're talking about turning this park into a housing site. I'll never forget the miracle I witnessed that day. So I've taken up residence in this park and I'm trying to appeal to the people. Protect the park, the Rock of the Gods. That is my mission. I see. Interesting. A lot of this stuff is starting to come home. I'm taking you with me, Miss Isle. So 10 years ago, the little girl that was Lynn wasn't aware of the meteorite. I get that, but Detective Jowd, on the other hand, there's no way he didn't know about this Temsik thing. And if he knew, and the man died, I took his life. What was that confession of his all about? Yeah, because the Rock of the Gods killed the dude. The Rock of the Gods that fell from the sky 10 years ago changed the destinies of many people's lives, like the ripples in a pond when a pebble is dropped in. I guess so. With every answer I get, I learn about a new mystery. Will I be able to break the chain of mysteries before dawn? Probably. Anyway, now we have the evidence we need. We decide to meet up again at the Minister's office. Besides, there are a few things I want to ask Detective Jowd. Yeah, me too. Wait. Okay, that was the end of the chapter. We found the music box, Detective Jowd. Good job, Lynn. I knew you would. Once everything had been resolved, I wanted you to give this to him. Him? You mean Inspector Carbonella, right? I don't suppose he'll ever forgive me. You are gay! Detective Jowd. Now then, let's get this thing open. There's a certain knack to doing it, you know. See? He calls that a knack? It's more like brute strength to me. How? There you are. Should find scorch marks in the grip. Scorch marks? Camilla built her contraption to use a special kind of string. It's a kind magician she is. Burns up in an instant and disappears. Why would little Camilla use something like that? I don't know. Maybe because she's a detective's daughter. Not leaving any evidence behind and all that. In the case report, there was mention of some scorch marks. No, don't show me this again. When it happened, Camilla's watching from her hiding place. She saw the flame run to the gun, something she naturally didn't include in her design. I have no idea who's talking right now. It's Jowd. I took the gun out of the frame and replaced it with a picture. If you remove the picture, you should find scorch marks behind it on the frame too. And those marks should match up with the ones on the gun. In other words, it proves the contraption existed there in that room that day. I mean, I guess. Didn't work the way your little girl intended, is that right? Exactly. Some cowardly culprit modified the design. That angle was never brought up in court. And so, as Justice Minister, I must call off the execution at this point. I knew I was right. It wasn't Detective Jowd. Now we can finally prove that. Thank goodness. Thank you, Lynn. In those eyes of yours, I see the eyes of that little girl from 10 years ago. Well, isn't that sweet? But, now what the hell do we do, huh? What's the matter? I just don't know. What should I have done 5 years ago? Back then, nobody had any way of knowing the true nature of the manipulator. It wasn't anybody's fault that we didn't know the truth. Do you really think so? Of course. Besides, what's important right now is deciding what to do next. Am I right? She's right, Mr. Minister. Yes, of course. I do believe she is. What is it now? I just don't know. What should I do next? He'll figure it out. We believe in you. Oh, that's kind of sweet. How's it going, Jowd? Can't talk to Lynn, she's too far away. Sissel, if you hadn't come to my cell tonight, I would be gone by now without ever having known any of this. This is what I deserve. That's what I told myself these past 5 years. But things are different now. Thanks to you, my eyes have finally been opened. Tonight, I've come into contact with a lot of people's lives and got involved in their fates. The only reason I was doing it was to regain my own lost memory. But things are different now. We're connected to each other somehow. I just know it. That's why I need to ask you a few more questions, in order to find the truth about us. Fair enough. Fire away. Oh man, this is a heavy line of questioning. Cecil told me all about it, Detective Jowd. About the manipulator. Yes, and it looks like this manipulator really did a number on the minister too. Ah! Please don't pick on the minister. If he dies again, I'm the one who has to save him. Ugh. Cecil, do you think that's what happened to me too? What are you talking about, Lynn? Don't tell me. You were manipulated too? Yeah, I mean, probably. There was always a part of me that just couldn't believe it. The image of the one who shot me. But now I see the possibility of a new explanation. But who is it? Why did they do it? Oh, you know. The contraption was a birthday surprise for Camilla's mother, wasn't it? That's right. Something's been bothering me about it. I feel like I know that device from somewhere. Lynn, with all due respect, are you a detective or... No surprise there. You lost your life once tonight because of that machine. Did you not notice? The thing that killed you. Right, I knew it. See, Detective Jowd? No, I'm afraid I don't see. I told Detective Jowd about it. Told him about seeing the exact same contraption tonight in a completely different place. With a toolbox and a bowling ball. That's very strange indeed. A junkyard on the edge of town. I never even heard of the place. What's more, I've never told a single soul about that contraption. You haven't? Of course not. That old pigeon guy. Who in the world is he? Dude with a friendly bird. Detective Jowd, you must have heard this name before. Temsic. A meteorite that fell in the park 10 years ago. You were there. So you found out about that, did you? I hear that meteorite saved little Lynn's life. That's right. Couldn't do anything to help Lynn that day. But in that case, I don't get it. If that's true, doesn't it mean you didn't steal somebody's life away? What are you talking about? Detective Jowd, you told me that 10 years ago, the person who killed the perpetrator in the park was you. What? But it was the meteorite. Okay. I wasn't lying. I stole that man's life away. No oddly unfitting music time? No question about it. It was entirely my fault. This is way too upbeat for the situation. I was just about to shoot him. I would have shot him in the next instant if the meteorite hadn't come. At that point, I was already a murderer. That's not true! You were trying to save me. Lynn, I'm sorry, but I don't think that's really it. Huh? Oh boy. That day 10 years ago, a different incident happened in another place. Oh god, we're gonna learn about it, huh? Another place? Yes, in the police headquarters interrogation room. The worst sort of incident. A suspect who was being questioned escapes. Wow, I didn't know about that. I happened to be there in the detective division, so I joined the chase. Fortunately, or I guess unfortunately, I was able to track him down alone in the park. Hold it right there! I fired a warning shot. I wanted to catch him, bad. That warning shot made him panic. At the time, I was a young and green detective, brandishing my sense of justice like a sword. I made him panic and got you involved, Lynn. It was all my fault. Detective Jowd, all I could see was my target. I couldn't even see you. I'm so sorry, Lynn. That's rough, buddy. So the man who grabbed me died that day. These last 10 years, I've never forgotten his face. And a few years after that, my wife Alma died in such a mysterious way. I thought it was fate, my punishment for what I'd done. I painted pictures in my cell, nothing but portraits of people's faces. All the faces of many people I'd met in my life and didn't want to forget. Like the Mino statue in the background there. And tonight, I finished my last portrait. The final face I wanted to remember. The final face. The face of the man in the park that day. Wait just 1 minute. That can't be. I saw that painting. I saw the face you painted tonight. It was my face. Are you telling me I was the man in the park that time? That's right. The face of yours is the face I saw 10 years ago. The face of the man whose life I stole. Of the man who was pronounced dead at the scene. But hold on, Detective Jowd. That can't be true. I just met Cecil for the first time tonight. And he died right in front of me. By the way, the man that I know the man in the park that day by isn't Cecil. What? The first minute I laid eyes on you tonight, I've been wondering, who in the world is this guy? Mr. Minister. Inspector Carbonella, where are you? Just be quiet and listen. This is our demand. What? Demand? Our demand hasn't changed. The execution must be tonight. Jesus Christ, I'm getting everyone's voices mixed up because I'm so hyped. Once we've confirmed it's been carried out, we'll release the hostage. What are you talking about, Inspector Carbonella? You know, it was my daughter who was abducted. Does it really matter who the hostage is? A life is a life. You know, it's the daughter of a death row prisoner. Once the criminal gets the punishment he deserves, the hostage will go free. Carry out the execution immediately and wait for our call. What is it, Mr. Minister? You look paler than ever. What in the world? What's going on, Inspector Carbonella? By the way, this is one of my favorite themes in the game. I forget whose theme it is, but it's so fucking good. The rock of the gods that fell from the sky 10 years ago twisted the fates of many people and started a chain of tragic events. And now, even now, the chain continues to grow longer. Inspector Carbonella's call proved that to us. The greatest mystery of all has risen to the surface. Who is this me I've been chasing all night? Who am I? I'm even further from knowing when I started. I mean, in a sense, I guess. Alright. This chapter requires quite the breather. What a fucking twist, right? I mean, I knew it was coming, but it still gets you. Alright, we're gonna have a short break. Then we'll get back to it. Bye-bye.